Hello, hello, hello. Episode number 2. Somebody encroached on my property, meaning they took 10 feet possession of my property without me knowing. Whose fault is that? Theirs or mine? Mine. Because I didn't take the time out to notice. I didn't take the time out to do my job, right? I let them do it. So, and I can't even get mad at the person who actually owns this building right now. Why? Because it wasn't even him. It was a person before him. What he did do was, as you saw in episode number 1, he put up a cinder block wall here, right? So now, any instruments come to my attention. I then contacted the owner. I showed him a copy of my survey. I showed him a copy of the city board planning plat map, the city board zoning plat map, and those plat maps actually coincided with my survey. He actually told me he was aware of it because he saw it on his title report when he actually purchased it. Now, I was a little agitated that he didn't bring it to my attention, but again, it's nobody's fault but my fault because it's my property. I'm supposed to be the steward of my property. But let me just show you. So what we did was we literally removed the entire cinder block wall, right? We took away the cement that was up here. There was some piece of the cement. In the interim, I found this dry shaft or air shaft. Now, this area here used to be really a manufacturing zone area. There used to be a lot of factories on this side of the highway, so it doesn't surprise me. But I don't have to go all the way down and figure out where the end of this air shaft is. All I have to do is go down about another 6 more inches, cut it out, and then that will leave me enough room to put my 2 inches of gravel, 2.5 inches of gravel. The gravel is so that the water will filtrate any water that gets underneath the cement. Why? Because here in New York, we have a lot of freeze times. In other words, the winter gets very harsh. If the water starts to turn into ice underneath the cement will buckle, which will create cracks. And then after we lay down the gravel, my contractor is going to come in and lay down mesh, wire mesh. Why is he doing that? It's like a real thick mesh, close to like a rebar. Why is he doing that? Because if the cement decides to crack, just in case, the cracks will be limited as well as maybe avoid the cracks. Then we're going to put 3 inches of gravel. When we got on 3.5 inches of cement. Why 3.5 and not 4, 5, and 6? Because there's not going to be any cars back here. The only reason I'm putting down the cement is to limit my maintenance, right? My management of maintenance, meaning that when my tenants look out their window, they're not going to be looking out at a forest. They're not going to be looking out at a rat-infested area where rats are using it to hide in and dig holes in, right? On top of that, it's easier for me to keep clean, which will make my life easier as well as cuts down on my maintenance costs. Now, the funny part was when we were excavating all this, guess what I found, guys? I actually found exactly where the property line was. There must have been here at one point a fence because I could see evidence of the 3-foot footings for the fence lines, plus I could see evidence of the actual wall. So this is what I found, which further gives me evidence in the event that I have a problem with the neighbor who took the owner before him took possession. But irregardless, he was very accommodating after I showed it to him. This was not contentious relationship as long as I actually took care of everything. I am going to be doing this at my expense. I didn't ask him for anything. I just want the thing resolved as soon as possible because I'm actually going to be renting this store right here, and I need to get in and out of that space with the cement, with the dirt, with the gravel, with the wire mesh, literally with all the tools. So it's easier for me and it's more advantageous to me to actually pay it, get it done, and get this rented as soon as possible. If you got any value out of this video, if you think anyone else could get any value, please share, comment, and like. I really appreciate it. And again, remember, I do a free mentorship class every single Wednesday night. The link is in my bio. I hope to see you there and have a productive day. Take care.